Okay, here we have a little bit more of an advanced leather working project for HEMA and SCA or any kind of sword fighting arts or whatever that you might want to do. This is based off of an old SCA pattern that I've built a bunch of times before, but that was like back in the 90s. It's pretty simple though to make. It looks a little bit harder than it actually is. And I just made this one out of plastic sheet, ABS, instead of steel. Normally this would be steel plate, but in my country that I'm in Japan, we can't use steel swords anyway, so we're fighting with synthetics, so the plastic is plenty good enough. In fact, it's good for most HEMA people anyway. Some people, have comments about gorgets. I have very deep comments regarding what's a good gorget and what's a bad gorget for HEMA, and I see a lot of ones that I think are actually quite bad. So some things to note before you comment. Number one, my jacket does have a blade catcher. Again, number two, we're using synthetics here. We can't use steel anyway, so the blade catcher is a little bit less important. My helmet has a full bib overlay that goes all the way down over the bib as well, and this goes under my jacket, not over the top of it. If it were over the top, it would be easy to slide the sword underneath and still hit the neck. So the main purpose of this is to provide a rigid structure around the base of my neck, where the most dangerous point is the soft spot between your collarbones, and right at the base of the neck. That's the most likely point to get damaged, and the helmet covers most of the rest of the neck. And then to spread all of that load around. And this also covers the first two collarbones, as well as part of the shoulders. So it's a fairly sufficient gorget. It spreads the impact a lot. I've taken thrusts to it that got perfectly jammed in here and was never a problem. And anything else, basically, the helmet took it for me. So this pattern's fairly easy. Some things to look out for though when you're making it. When you want to fold the leather over the neck piece, you do have to remember to slit it, and you kind of don't want to slit it beforehand. You want to do it as you're assembling it, because you don't really know where those folds are really going to lie. And then the other thing is, the pattern kind of indicates that you should punch and drill these, but I basically just do them as I'm assembling it, again, because the precision on that, mixing the pattern to a three-dimensional thing doesn't work very well. This looks pretty old. It's actually surprisingly not. It's only a couple of years old, but these are cheap metal rivets. They're not copper, and this leather was, it's not Vegetan, it was, I forgot the name of the type of leather, but it was kind of pre-dyed. So it's going to start doing this kind of discoloration and stuff. And that's just par for the course when you're sweating into something, pretty nasty. So I usually wrap my neck with a thin towel anyway before I put this on around it, just to, minimize the gunk that comes off of it. But I'll post a pattern for making all this stuff along with the video.